Good Wednesday morning. Now this text, this is from John again. It's this fourth chapter. But this section right here is what I just got done saying a few minutes ago. Okay? He said, watch what he says. He said what I just said. He must have. Anyway, I'll read it to you. Beloved, if God so loved us, we must also love one another. No one has ever seen God. Yet if we love one another, God remains in us. And his love is brought to perfection in us if we love one another. This is how we know that we remain in him and he in us. He has given us of the Spirit, his Spirit. Moreover, we have seen and testified that the Father sent his Son as Savior of the world. Whoever acknowledges that Jesus is the Son of God, God remains in him and he in God. We have come to know and to believe in the love God has for us. This is where it really ticks off. God is love. And whoever remains in love remains in God and God in him. And this is love brought to perfection among us. So we have confidence on the day of judgment. Didn't I just get saying that? Because as he is, so are we in this world. There is no fear in love, but perfect love drives out fear, because fear has to do with punishment. And so one who fears is not yet perfect in love. Didn't I get just saying something like that? And that's, John beat me to it by 2,000 years. And he had help, okay? He had divine revelation, well, Anyway, that's really true, though. If you have any fear at all, it's the fear that you have not lived up to what you've been called to do. And it's really not, it's more a case of guilt, I guess. Lord, I haven't lived up to the love you have shown me. I haven't lived up to the love the people well who are present in my life. But it was really a great line. There is no fear in love. If you love well, you're not afraid in your love. You're not afraid of the people you love, nor in the people you love. Your heart is full of life and beauty, a communion of spirit. That's the truth. There's something so intimate in love because the barriers are brought down and one has the other in one's heart. That's the truth. Right? So if you have fear, it's because you're disconnected. And rather than have the intimacy, you have separation. A separation that is hostile. It's powerful, isn't it? Think about the fragmentation of the family from infidelity, where real love is true active fidelity when you are intimately engaged with the other. You give your heart and soul to the other, and the other person is central to your life. You care about them, not you. You don't ask the question, what's in it for me? You ask the question, what's in it for her or him? And how can I fill her or him with love and life? I can't imagine. Christmas is such a wonderful time of year because it's a chance to use the symbol of love, which is a gift. The loneliest time of my life was in my monastery, well, not obvious, was during Christmas time, leading up to Christmas and Christmas, in the monastery back in New York 60 years ago, 50 plus, almost 60 years ago, especially in Jamaica, New York, because right in the heart of New York City and excitement and all, I had no one to give a gift to. And I felt a terrible loneliness, because I had no one whom I loved, or even in a position to love in that kind of very special, uniquely special way. To give from my heart something that said to that person, I love you. And let it be a sign of that love. I've had a lot of love in my life since then, a lot. And I love the giving of gifts. And when I receive gifts, which I have by those so intimate in my life, such a part of my, I treasure them. Even Christmas cards. I can't throw Christmas cards away. I never do. I put them in a box. I save them. Downstairs, and there's a closet downstairs. God, how many Christmas cards I must have down there. I can't, because I'd be throwing away the person who loved me enough even just to say hello, Merry Christmas. And the gifts I treasure, not because they're expensive or because they're very classy, is because they are gifts of the heart. They are sacraments of love. They make present the heart of the beloved. That's the truth. And I give a gift from my heart. I try to give good gifts. I try to be generous in the sense of trying to give a gift that says how much I love them and how special they are. And I do. Yeah. I want to, I try to. And I hope the gifts I give are sacraments of my heart, and they are treasured by those whom I have given these gifts to, as I treasure their gifts in return or in anticipation. That's the truth. Yeah, it's just the truth. Yeah. I'm sorry for anyone who has no one to give to, other family or friends or children, grandchildren. I don't know. I knew of a man one time, just long time ago, never gave a gift either to his children or to his spouse. It wasn't in him. But he liked receiving, as I remember the story. That was so long ago, but I remember thinking, why wouldn't you want to give a gift? Don't you want to? You see? It's not that you need to. Don't you want to? Maybe because he didn't have to. He didn't, in a sense, he didn't know what it was like not to be able to. The way I felt 50, 60 years ago. And I had no one to give a gift to. Even if I didn't have it isn't like I didn't have any money. It wasn't that. It's I had no one to give to. And I remember seeing the people walking along Fifth Avenue, 3rd and Fifth Avenue in New York, the great shopping centers, and they're full of excitement. And all I was doing was walking. What good is it going in a store? Even if I had $1 in my pocket, so what? It's not been that way in the last 50 years, but it was then, and I know what it is, that terrible loneliness. Because I had no one to give a gift to. That's the truth. I hope this Christmas you gave your gifts, and you received. You gave the gift as sacraments of your heart, and you received them as sacraments of their heart, even if it's just a Christmas card. Somebody thought of you enough to say Merry Christmas. Isn't that neat? Yeah. I hope you had that. I hope your Christmas was, in a sense, a time of sacraments, of sacramental giving and receiving, where love was put in physical form by signs and symbols of the intimacy of the heart, one that you can treasure. Maybe putting them in a box, like a box of Christmas cards received, treasured, never thrown away. I can't imagine throwing these cards. I couldn't do it. I can't. I look at it. I have a whole pile of them here. I can't. I don't want to. Somebody thought enough of me to send me a card and wish me a good day, a Christmas day. Isn't that neat? And I hope I did it in return, that I also gave from my heart. I hope so. I hope so. I hope you did too. I hope whoever's listening to this did not feel alone on Christmas Day, but felt loved and loving. And therefore not happy in a giddy sense, a merry sense, like a Merry Christmas sense, but in a sense of intimacy and communion. My Lily is about to disrupt everything. She decided there's somebody at the door she needs to give attention to. I'm off to lunch. I hope I haven't wasted your time with these reflections. I'm just very conscious of it. Just so very conscious of it.